Hello everyone, this is Deanna Sylvester, and on behalf of my wife Nicole, we want to welcome you guys to the Financial Empowerment Group's webinar, where we are generating profits for life. We're going to talk to you today about the power of ownership. The increase in your profit begins with the power that comes with becoming an entrepreneur. Our country was built on Americans establishing small businesses that filled a need in the community. To this day, the United States has more operating small businesses than large corporations. The core that drives the power and ownership is the freedom to choose. An entrepreneur has the freedom to choose the kind of business they want to own and operate, where they will do business, where it's actually located, how much income you can earn, and how large your business grows. The entrepreneur has the power to direct their business into success. One of the powerful perks of ownership is that it will spill over into your personal life. It allows you to have a better quality of life for you and your family. How about your dream house, or your dream car, or traveling to amazing locations? Question is, what do you have to do as an entrepreneur to plan, build, and grow the kind of business that will become your hardest working employee? Here in this video, multi-millionaire entrepreneur Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and other best-selling books, will explain the best way for any person to become an entrepreneur, and you will see where you actually fall in the income earning arena.
The story of Rich Dad, Poor Dad is really a story of two different fathers with two different sets of values and completely different sets of advice. So I don't mean to insult anybody or, to damage your values, but really that was the difference. For example, my poor dad always said, go to school, get good grades, get a high-paying job, work hard, live below your means, save money, get out of debt, have a good retirement plan. And that was my poor dad's values. My rich dad said, you probably won't get rich doing that way because very few people get rich following that plan. If you take a look at this 40-year run on the dollar is designed economically to lose money every single year. So why would you save something that loses money every year? And what this means for somebody on retirement plans is that after you retire, the value of your dollar goes down and your cost of living keeps going up. To my rich dad, that was bad advice and made no sense. Again, that's different values. An important diagram my rich dad showed me when I was a little boy was a diagram known as a cash flow quadrant. And the quadrant is made up of the four different people who make up the world of business. So my rich dad said, in the world of business, there's E's. And E's stand for employees. An employee, he says, you can always tell who they are by their core values. And what the employee, whether the president or the janitor of the company, will always say the same words. The words are, I'm looking for a safe, secure job with benefits. That's what makes them an employee, because their core values are security. The other one of the four is the S, or the small business owner or the self-employed. And again, their core values will cause them to use the same words, which are, if you want it done right, do it by yourself. S means they're also solo. They're generally one-person act, or they operate by themselves. On the right side of the quadrant are the B's. And what Rich Dad said the B stood for was big business, or like Bill Gates. Forbes defines big business as 500 employees or more. And their words are different. They say, I'm looking for a good system, a good network, and the smartest people I know to help run my business. So they're unlike the S. They don't want to run the company by themselves. They want smart people to run their companies for them. And then the fourth of the quadrant is the I, and I stands for investor. These are people who have money work hard for them. These people are people who have people work hard for them. And these are the people that work hard for the rich here. So early on in my life, it was my poor dad who always said to me, Robert, go to school so you get a high-paying job. And so my poor dad's core value was to be an employee. He wanted job security, promotions, a steady paycheck, and all this. And so it was my rich dad who said to me, he said, Robert, if you really want to be rich, learn to build businesses. It made more sense to him to work hard to build a business, something you owned, and something you'd pass on for generation to generation to your kids. Whereas my poor dad said work hard, but my rich dad said, why would you work hard for something you'll never own and you can get fired from right away? Again, that was a difference in values. So my rich dad suggested I learn how to be a business owner and learn how to be an investor. And that's one of the big differences. On this side of the quadrant, these people here work for security. they work for money also. On this side over here, their key value that they want is they want freedom. They don't want to have to work at a job anymore. They don't want to have to work for the rest of their lives. So the beauty of building a business and learning how to invest is very simply that this is passive income. You work hard for a few years, but possibly for the rest of your life, income keeps flowing to you. One of the reasons I consider a direct selling business a perfect business is very simply because the company will work with you to get the business skills that make you rich. Always remember that it's not money that makes you rich, it's business skills. And that's why it's a perfect business. They'll take as long as you like to get the skills to make the money. And that's a lifetime skill thing. The other part about it is the low startup costs. You know, where else can you get in for under $500 and get these skills? For people who want to make the shift over to the B quadrant, which is what I would recommend for people, one of the beauties of a network marketing company is that you can do that for a very low price. And that's why I talk to people about considering network marketing. If you're to build a Microsoft, it would take you hundreds of millions of dollars. But a network marketing company allows you to start at a very low rate. They'll be patient with you. They'll take their time to transition over here. And the reason why that time is so important to most people is it takes time to change those values. And the most important thing is once you take the time, let's say it takes 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever time it takes, once you see the value or the core values of this side and this side, you're unstoppable. Today, I would never go back and get a job. Why should I? I'd rather stay on this side, build companies, pay less taxes, and make more money. But the key is a person needs to change the values from my poor dad to the values of my rich dad. And that's one of the beauties of network marketing companies. They allow you the time, and at very low cost, they'll work with you to make that transition over there. The number one asset a person can build is build a business. That is the smartest thing you can do. Years ago, I decided not to follow the corporate ladder simply because, again, it was values. You know, my poor dad always said, go to school and get a high-paying job with the government or a big corporation. But my rich dad said, why would you work so hard at something you'll never own? You can't sell your job. You can't pass it on to your kids. So to me, it never made any sense. It made more sense to build my own business and hire other people. The other reason is that you really don't have much control if you're in the corporate ladder world. For example, you can get fired at any time. Or today we have what's called M&As, or mergers and acquisitions, where another company buys another company. So you could be a great employee, but the company that buys your company just fires you. Not a get-rich-quick formula. You don't just do it overnight. It takes time. I still remember the first time I made that transition was back in 1978 when I fully quit my job and I had to depend upon my company that I was building to support me. So I understand the fear. The beauty. The most important thing to remember is this. There's two kinds of people in the world. There are the types that will say, you'll never make it. And I had a lot of people, all friends and family saying that. You're stupid. Don't do it. And the second type were the people that said, go for it. You can do it. Don't worry about it. We'll cover you. So the most important thing is support of friends and family. One of the beauties of a direct selling company is that they provide that personal support to you for as long as it takes you to make the journey from the left side to my rich dad side. One of the challenges of being self-employed is that you're your own boss. You're the solo act. Like in the S quadrant, you're the individual. You do it on your own. Whereas in the B quadrant, you're a team player. You have to depend upon your team and count on your team. So the problem with being an S is that, let's say you're in a traffic accident, there goes your income. And let's say you get older and you haven't set enough money aside to retire on, that means you'll probably have to work for the rest of your life because you don't have anybody else to fall back on, not a team to count on. So one of the problems with the S, although most people say it's the most satisfying of all work, it is a solo act and you're totally on your own. Personally, I'd rather be a member of a team if they can count on me and I can count on them. We all know the world has changed, but sometimes the hardest thing to change is ourselves. And being an old guy, I sort of know the older I get, I sometimes get more set in my ways. And I think that's one of the things that a direct selling business offers people, why it's the perfect business. They allow you to take your time to make the mental, emotional, and physical changes required to move from the left side to the rich dad side. I think that's a big thing. It's a very gracious, it's a very elegant way, it's a patient way of supporting you in making the changes of your life. So please remember, change always creates upset, but sometimes we all know we have to make those changes. And if you know it's time for you to make that change, then the perfect business may be a direct selling business.
When choosing an industry to earn an income from, you must take a look at industry trends of the past. You will see there was a common element. That element was centered around the baby boomer generation. The baby boomers were born between the years of 1946 and 1964. Currently, there are 79 million of them in the United States and 1 billion worldwide. The baby boomers have control of over 60% of the world's wealth. And as of 2011, in the next 13 years, a boomer turns 65 every 8 seconds. History has shown us that you will make a fortune just by finding out what the baby boomers' needs are and filling it. Let's look at the right industry. When baby boomers were born, baby food companies like Gerber and disposable diapers made fortunes. As they got older and went into preschool, more schools were built in 1 year than at any time for 12 years before and after that. Once they became teenagers, more fast food restaurants were built at that time, and they made billions of dollars feeding them. And once they got in their 20s and 30s in the early 1970s, that was the greatest real estate boom in the history of the world. Now, in 2011, they're turning 65. And what's their number one concern? Their health and wellness and funding their retirement. Paul Zane Pilsner refers to the healthcare business as the sickness industry. However, by the year 2011, an additional $1 trillion of the economy will be devoted to products and services that keep baby boomers healthy. It makes us look better and feel better. It slows down the effects of aging and prevents disease from developing altogether. When starting a business, you may face some challenges. Why not partner up with an established partner? That's the power of partnership. It begins with connecting with an established company. An established company that not only completed the work it takes to start a business from nothing, but to also have the company take care of the majority of the work while you collect the checks. Partnering with a company that has consumable products. When a favorite product is consumed, the natural reaction is to replace that product over and over again. This guarantees that each week to each month that the product will be purchased. Partnering with a company that has taken extensive measures to develop quality products to ensure that their products are favored by consumers. Partnering with a company that offers a beneficial compensation plan to their business partners. A compensation plan that offers incentives and bonuses just for being a partner without loopholes. Partnering with a proven system that assists a business partner in succeeding. A system that intertwines this program with the programs that existing business already have. Also, this plan is easy enough for an individual to use as a standalone business. When partnering with a company, you want to partner with an established company. This particular company outperforms the Inc. 500 in terms of revenue growth from inception. That was a conclusion made by Griffin Hill Consulting after comparing this company to 9,000 companies that made the Inc. 500 list in the past 20 years. And this company was ranked number 1. After this comparison was made, this company wanted to know how they fared up against companies all around the world. So they asked Dr. Scott Baird, the chairman of Griffin Hill Consulting, to compile another list using the Fortune 500, Fortune's Global 1000, and Forbes 500 to compare public and private companies around the world. Here is the top 20 companies worldwide that made that list. Number 1, Google. Number 2, Federal Express. Number 3, Intel, Sony, Walmart, Nike, Microsoft, Marriott, McDonald's, Disney, Boeing, Pepsi, IBM, Starbucks, Xerox, Coca-Cola, Reebok, Nestle, and Procter & Gamble. The company that I'm talking about is number 4. The 4th fastest growing company in the world is Tahitian Noni International. After Griffin Hill's consultants did some research, Dr. Scott Baird, CEO, stated that Tahitian Noni's international story is a rare phenomenon in the history of human enterprise. Don't just take our word for it. Let's hear it from Dr. Baird personally.
My name is Scott Baird. I'm the chairman of Griffin Hill Consulting. We're a human and organizational performance company, and we specialize in issues of market research. The Tahitian Noni international story is a rare phenomenon in the history of human enterprise. In 2002, we studied hyper-growth companies. We analyzed all the companies listed in the Inc. 500 list for the last 20 years. We discovered something quite remarkable. that if we looked at all these companies from their inception, meaning zero revenue, through their first 5 years of revenue, no other company equaled the hypergrowth of Tahitian Noni International. Because we were so intrigued by those results, we were curious how the Tahitian Noni International growth would compare with both private and public companies. We took a look at the lists for 2003 of the Fortune 500, the Forbes 500, and the Global Fortune 1000 list, and compared those companies with the growth of Tahitian Noni International in their first 5 years. As a result of our research, using that as our basis, we concluded that there were probably fewer than 10 companies in the history of the world that equaled the hypergrowth of Tahitian Noni International. We have profound respect for Tahitian Noni International, so we were understandably honored when we were approached by Tahitian Noni International to be the arbiter of their $100,000 challenge. We had approximately 200 responses to the $100,000 challenge. Most challengers were distributors of companies that they believed in and liked very much. We invited each of those challengers to have their company submit financial statements so that we could compare them with the Tahitian Noni financial statements that had already been supplied to us, audited and certified. It's interesting to note that no company ever submitted financial statements to take the challenge. Particularly because any challenger who won the $100,000 prize would have had the additional benefit of being able to claim that their revenue growth was more rapid than that of Tahitian Noni International. The Tahitian Noni International Challenge was no secret. It was announced in an open meeting by the company to all distributors. It was published on the company's website. Marketing materials were widely distributed. Media and press were informed about the challenge. Thousands of DVDs were handed out by Tahitian Noni distributors to the distributors of other companies. The challenge consisted primarily of 2 points: revenue growth in the first 10 years of a company's existence and the payout to distributors. It is safe to infer that no company accepted the challenge because they didn't believe that their revenue growth and payout would match that of Tahitian Noni in their first 10 years. As a result of our experience with the Tahitian Noni International $100,000 challenge, we're left with the same conclusion that we reached after our initial research. There are probably fewer than 10 companies in the history of the world whose revenue growth rival that of Tahitian Noni International.
The Polynesians had a secret for over 6,000 years that has helped them achieve optimum health inside out and outside in. The Polynesians used the noni fruit to achieve and maintain their optimal health. The noni fruit grows in a few areas around the world, but the most potent noni fruit is grown in the islands of Tahiti, especially in the Marquesas Island. This location was chosen because it has one of the most pristine environments in the world. Its clean air, pure water, and rich volcanic soil create the perfect environment to grow nutrient-rich noni fruit. Noni has been reported to have many medicinal properties and has been used throughout the ages to improve health and reduce ailment. The health benefits from noni has a wide reported range from relieving arthritis, acting as an anti-inflammatory agent, and also benefits diabetes, high blood pressure, muscle aches, pain, depression, poor digestion, and influenza. It's also known for its ability to reduce or protect against infection. This may be one of its most common applications. In 1993, a food scientist named John Wadsworth learned of noni and began researching it. Through years of painstaking research and development, John and his fellow food scientist Stephen Story was able to develop a patent process to produce Tahitian noni in a way that preserves the vital nutrients that make it beneficial to the body. As John and Stephen prepared to launch the new company, they added 2 network marketing experts to the team, Kim and Carrie Acey. The final piece of the puzzle came in May of 1996 when Kelly Olsen, a recognized marketing genius, joined the team. The noni plant has been used by the ancient Polynesian people for its amazing qualities for thousands of years. The knowledge of this plant and its beneficial properties remained a secret of the Polynesian people for centuries, until modern-day scientists like Dr. Ralph Heineke began initial studies on the fruit in the late 70s. But Even at this point, the noni plant remained a secret to the Western world. These 5 founders launched Morinda Inc., now known as Tahitian Noni International, in July of 1996, based and introduced the secret the Polynesian people had known about for centuries in the form of Tahitian Noni Bioactive beverages. Tahitian Noni International's mission is to bless the whole earth with the natural goodness of Tahitian Noni as we tell the story of lives transformed. The original Tahitian Noni Bioactive beverage is made with an all-natural proprietary formula based on about 90% pure noni and blueberry and grape juice. The effectiveness of Tahitian Noni's bioactive beverage has been proven in hundreds of studies, including 13 peer-reviewed human clinical trials. Tahitian Noni's bioactive beverage is the only liquid dietary supplement in the 2011 Physician's Desk Reference for non-prescription drugs, dietary supplements, and herbs, better known as the Doctor's Bible. See the testimonials for yourself.
You've talked about cancer and you've also talked about diabetes, but heart disease remains the #1 health crisis in America today. And high blood pressure and stroke are the premier indicator that a person's heart and blood vessels may be in trouble. Yet, I had to believe one of the most amazing aspects of your research was that noni seem to have nearly across-the-board capacity to help people lower their blood pressure and help with symptoms of strokes. Tell us about your heart health findings.
Heart, blood pressure, and stroke are 3 parts of the cardiovascular system, or problems of the cardiovascular system. Heart disease, we found that 3.5 ounces a day of Tahitian noni juice helps 76% of 2,158 people who had heart disease. Blood pressure, which is a silent killer of those people with blood pressure elevations, 1,869 people, 84% said that 3 ounces of Tahitian noni juice a day helped them, and in fact, many of their doctors have documentation their blood pressure went down. Strokes, which is the toughest of all in the cardiovascular field to try to do something about once you get it, there were 1,806 people. And of those people, 53% said it definitely helped after they took on an average of 3.5 ounces a day of Tahitian noni juice.
That's amazing. You know, Dr. Solomon, before I met you today, I didn't know hardly anything about noni juice, Tahitian noni juice. But with all of your findings, all of your studies and the results that you're getting, this is shouted from the mountaintops kind of information. It's kind of the thing that I think every family in America could benefit.
After hearing from Robert Kiyosaki about the industry, learning about the company's hypergrowth from Dr. Scott Baird, seeing the evidence of the effectiveness of the product, I know that for most of you, that's all you need to hear and you're ready to enroll right now. To take advantage right now, fill out your name, your email address, and your phone number in the box below, and let us know that you're ready to enroll right now. By taking advantage right now and not waiting till the end of the webinar, everyone who does wait, you'll have them underneath you in your organization. When you enroll, you have 4 different packs to choose from. First is the Fit Business Pack. You get a full month supply of the replenished vitamin supplements, Reduce Fat Flush, the Cleanse, Rebuild Muscle Builder, Resist Snack Bars, 2 Tahitian Noni Bioactive beverages, and a blender bottle to mix your Reduce and Rebuild drinks. Next, you have the Bioactive Double Pack. You receive a choice of 2 of the following bioactives: Tahitian Noni Bioactive Original Quad, Tahitian Noni Bioactive Original 4-pack glass bottles, or the Tahitian Noni Encore 4-pack glass bottles. Next, you have the Variety Pack. 1 choice of either 4 Tahitian Noni Extras, 2 Tahitian Noni Family Quads, or 1 Tahitian Noni Original Quad, a body souffle lotion, Noni Seed Oil, Noni Leaf Spray, Noni Lip Balm, Endurance Extract, and a 4-pack of Hero drinks. Next is the Defy Business Pack. The Defy set, which includes the Facelifting Night Cream, Age Erasing Serum, renewing eye treatment, an original bioactive beverage bullet, microderm device, a set of replacement discs for the microderm device, and a set of device samples. Plus, all the enrollment packs include marketing tools needed to share your business and coaching from my wife Nicole and I to ensure your success. Additional bonus incentives are given to business partners who assist other business partners in using this program, including cash bonuses, trips to Tahiti and other locations around the world. You'll also be able to earn a private company-paid assistant by Tahitian International to assist you in growing your T&I business. And the Diamond Car Program. Tahitian International pays between $750 to $1,200 a month for the car or cars of your choice. Becoming a business partner with Tahitian International is the first step in engaging the power of strategy. You must complete this step to ensure change for your future. Then, connected with your coaches, myself and my wife Nicole will coach our entire organization of leaders to ensure you are educated and well versed in everything connected with Tahitian International and how to successfully utilize every possible tool. Our proven system utilizes several technical and internet forms so that you can learn from the comfort of your own home, also with 24/7 video on demand to allow ease of learning at your own pace. Our system allows easy integration into existing day-to-day life, transitioning you into business ownership mode, as Robert Kiyosaki explained. Utilizing the complete pre-designed tools, this allows the system to operate smoothly and efficiently. When you combine all of these essential elements together, it equals a constant flow of multiple profitable streams of income week after week, month after month, year after year. This will ensure your flow of profits. This is the power of strategy. Now, the final step is the investment. When you engage the power of strategy, your focus is on the number 7, that's it. We want you to focus on having 7 business partners within a 30-day period. Let's look at what this will do for you. Just focus on 7. Here's an example of your organization when everyone concentrates on the number 7 and having 7 business partners within a 30-day period. Your first level, you have 7 business partners. The company is going to pay you $102.50 for helping those people get started in business, or a total of $717.50. Now for the next month, how many business partners do you have to get? None. Exactly, because you worked on getting your 7. You're done. So now what you're going to do is help your 7 business partners focus on what you did. When they engage the power of strategy, their focus is 7, just as yours was. That's it. On level 2, you'll now have 49 business partners. The company is going to pay you $6 for helping your business partners get each one of their 7. That's going to give you a total of $294. When they engage the power of strategy and focus on the number 7, because now you have 49 business partners plus your 7 and they're done. So now we're going to help those 49 business partners get 7 business partners apiece. So by the 3rd month, you'll have 343 business partners. The company is going to pay you $6 for each new business partner for a total of $2,058. And it doesn't stop there. When they engage the power of strategy and their focus is on the 7 because they're done, so they're helping the team each get their new 7. On the 4th month, you'll have 2,401 business partners. The company is going to pay you $6 for each business partner for a total of $14,406. And in your 5th month, when they engage the power of strategy and focus on the number 7, you have 16,807 new business partners. On this level, the company is going to pay you $12 for helping for each one of those, to give you a total of $201,684. Now, that's a 5-month run. All of these people are in your organization. And when you add that 5-month run, you receive a grand total of $219,159.50. Of course, this represents a perfect world and all the stars lining up. And this may take more than 5 months. Hey, it's possible that it could take 6 months. It's possible it could even take you a year. But let's look at these numbers and let's just fail miserably. Let's end up with only a 10% success rate. I mean, let's miss the mark by an entire 90%. This still gives you an income of $21,915.95. Let's fail even more miserable than that. Let's have only a 5% success rate and let's fail by 95%. We will still have an income that pays you $10,957.98. Okay, now you see this money. You see at a 5% success rate, we still have an income of over $10,000. And I know you're asking yourself, What do I have to do to position myself to earn an income like this? Well, the actual enrollment consists of signing up as a power builder for a small investment of only $299 with a monthly overhead of less than $150. And this is to stay qualified to keep receiving the money and the bonuses that we spoke about earlier. You'll receive over $400 worth of products and services with the next step focused on your new partnership. Partnering with the Financial Empowerment will not only improve your financial situation, but offers an opportunity to improve your health and partner with one of the fastest growing teams in Tahitian International, the Financial Empowerment Group. On behalf of Nicole and myself, we want to say congratulations and welcome to the team. What we want you to do is fill out your name, fill out your email address, and fill out your phone number. Let us know right now that you are ready to enroll. And be sure to put the name of the person who invited you to this webinar in that box as well. We'll follow up with you, get you enrolled right away. We look forward to seeing you guys on one of the beaches of the world. This is Deonis and Nicole Sylvester for the Financial Empowerment Group in Tahitian International. Have a wonderful day. See you guys soon.